Okay, folks, welcome to another video. Today we're going to teach you how to dial a scooter. If this is what your scooter sounds like, something's not quite right. So today I will be showing you how to tighten compression, tighten your front wheel, your back wheel, and with weird bolts and tools and stuff. And
also your brake.
Yeah, brake too.
Big thing.
You want your scooter to sound more like this. Even that, we can fix that
Something
too.
like that.
Okay. So the first thing I realized is these bars are not straight. They're not straight, not at all. So the first thing you're gonna do, the first instinct is, oh yeah, shoot, I'll just tighten the clamp bolts. No, wrong answer. What you have to do is you have to actually take the bars off, and your clamp may be a little bit different, but if you have 3 bolts, you just do the same steps. So you take the 2 bolts and you're gonna push downwards. You're gonna rotate it like this to loosen it. And then once they're loose enough, you take the bars off. And then what you do is you do this. That's not what you want to hear. So at first, you'll say, okay, what feels loose? Because you can kind of feel it. And what sounds loose to me and what is loose right here, I don't know if you can see that or not, but that brake is super loose. So I'll tighten that up. And the size of tool will be in the description. Okay? So it may be different for other people, but this right here is the bolt you have to tighten. And if your brake does that no. That's a no-no. So the first thing you do is you just tighten it up. This is definitely like the easiest part for sure. You just tighten it till it gives resistance. And then when it doesn't wiggle anymore, you're good. And then, let's see. Can you get that? The back wheel's loose too. So what we're gonna do here is, some of you guys might actually have some weird size bolts. So this nut right here and this giant bolt right here need to be tightened. And what I'm using for that is one of these tools, and so a bigger sized Allen. This is the smaller one, and this is the bigger one. What I really like about these ones is the end. This part right here is much wider. Andrew knows what size this one is.
This Allen is a 6 and the other one is a 5.
Okay, so this is a 6 and a 5, right? Mm-hmm. Sweet. Okay, and then this is just a wrench. So, this is actually the wrench right here, if you can't see that. All right, and then what you'll do here is, it might be easier for some of you guys to actually do this on a bench or whatever you have in your garage or your room if your parents are okay with that. But I sometimes even sit on the deck, because for what I'm actually not gonna do the back wheel first. I'm gonna do the compression because it's super loose and it's gonna look really different for you guys. This is an IHC compression system, and what this does here is, if you actually took this top bolt off, that one right there, all the way off, that your whole fork would just slide straight off. So what you need to do is, if it spins too freely, it's not dialed. And this, by the way, this, you know, that's terrible. No. So, you take the smaller size down. This is the 5 right now. Yep. You take the 5, not 1, the 5, and you tighten it just to where it feels tight enough to where it'll do. And some of you guys might like it a little bit looser, so just do it to where it's not rattling anymore. Okay, sounding better. Now we need to tighten the wheels because those are super loose. I'm gonna use one of these. Generally, you would use 2 of these, but since my bolts are really old, they'll like stick. So I'm just gonna use 1. Just tighten it. You don't want to crush the bearings, but tighten it enough to where you can't move it with your hand. And then I'll do the back one. And the back one's actually different for me because I wanted a stronger bolt in there. So, sit on it. And I'm going to take the wrench and just put it, size it first. Okay. And then I'm going to tighten it up. And you'll kind of know eventually. You pull it to a certain point to where it feels like it's getting harder. And then when it gets harder, that's when you know to stop. So, deck is dialed and pretty solid. I might actually loosen the headset up now because we know it's not too tight or too loose. So now we can just perfect it. Let's see. Sick. All right. And if your bolts are actually coming off, you may want to use Vibra Tight. All right, now we're gonna go to the bars. So grab this. Oh, and make sure. See this little slit? I don't know if you can. There's a little slit right here. Pull your clamp off. There's a giant slit for you guys who ride IHC or HIC. There's a slit in the bars. And if you ride SCS, you're not gonna have a slit. But if you ride SCS, you probably won't need this video because you'll have been riding for a while. So you'll take this clamp, and this clamp actually right here it doesn't matter how you put it on. But so you just stick this on here. And if it's not going on, you need to loosen the bolts. Make sure it's nice and flat. The bars. Nice and flat. Okay. Okay. And then you'll take your deck. There. And obviously, it doesn't sound dialed, just because we haven't tightened the bolts yet. And this, now that we know the deck is dialed, you can actually dial the whole scooter. If the bars, if it still sounds really bad, that means your bars are too loose. And you don't want loose bars because you'll be dropping in at the skate park, and then you'll do a face plant because your bars fly off. And that's no good. So take this, the bigger L and the 6. Make sure that that's aligned with the slit in the bars. Just tighten it up to where you can adjust the bars to the straightness you like them at. Okay, almost. Okay, sounds like we might be able to straighten the bars. Maybe loosen it a little bit. Okay. Alright, now I'm gonna straighten up. Make sure they're perfect. Okay. Looks like they're pretty good. That's alright. Just keep tightening it up. And if you want to ask your friends to help you with the straightening bars part, go right ahead. Okay. Okay. That's what a scooter should sound like. Oh, and also, if you're tightening your bars and you think that if you guys have taken your scooter apart before and you see the headset caps and they fall out, that's okay. Just put them back in. But the only way you could crush those is if you tighten that bolt, the compression bolt, a little while back that I tightened too much to where it doesn't spin. But my bars are nice and smooth and they spin freely. It's dialed and it looks really fast. So that's how you dial a scooter. Always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Check out all of our other videos. And like I said, the tools sizes will be in the description. And I hope you like this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. And see you next time.